Yeah.
Welcome back to part 2, top 20.
I know. So for our 19 subscribers, it's probably going to be like a week between when we show part 1, part 2. But for us, it's been 3 years.
3?
It's crazy. Yeah.
I thought it was 2. When we were looking at the footage of part 1, it was the house was way different. I didn't have the bookshelf, anything like that. We got a different CRT TV. Don't fucking worry about it. 20 through 11. I don't know who ended on what.
I think I ended it Metal Gear Solid, and I was getting pretty tipsy by at that point. So.
Yeah, you were a 6-pack or so deep.
A day without kids, that's a day I'm drinking, you know?
So I'll go first then, I suppose.
Yeah, we could reverse it if you want to fuck everything up.
If you went last, so maybe I'll just keep going first.
What was your number 11 again?
My number...
Just end this whole thing.
Who am I?
You know what? Fuck this.
What's your name? What's your name again?
Yeah. No, yeah, so All Stars is my number 11, and my number 10, Ape Escape.
Awesome.
For the PS1.
Yes!
Yes! Yeah, no, there's...
I think
that's pretty good.
already kind of talked about that last time with Grandia, the bad voice acting, but I love it.
It's insanely bad, but yeah, there's a charm to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got the old man scientist cliche. Then you got like his hot assistant that he's trying to smash, probably. Yeah. He hired her because, she's double cheeked up.
Yeah. Didn't she have a little Misty vibe, kind of like the girl from Pokemon?
Yeah, she was giving a little Misty, little squirt type.
Nice. There you go.
No, and then you got, Spike, right? And then his buddy, Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got Spectre, the main villain. But beyond the cliches, though, I mean, it's a pretty fantastic game with insane soundtrack. I have so much nostalgia for Ape Escape.
I'm pretty sure it was the first game to use the dual analogs.
Yes. Yeah, first game to use the DualShock system.
But speaking of the music real quick, sorry, when my old van, I had put in new speakers, new sound system and everything, and that soundtrack sounded awesome. Couldn't believe how deep the sound and the bass, were.
Yeah, it makes sense to have the full spectrum because he's a house or deep house artist, the composer for Ape Escape. His name is Soichi Terada. But yeah, he's nice. Kind of like what they call like a house legend or deep house legend.
You pronounced it wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, how's it pronounced? Terada. He's kind of to me, the soul of the game.
Like so many others that we love, for me, it's at the heart of it is the soundtrack, almost always.
But yeah, check out some of his stuff, some of his albums. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was with the sound design too. What's really cool is I think when the beat's freaking bumping, right, you're going through the levels, you start crawling, it
right.
fucking quiets down.
Yeah.
I think it just drops to the no bass and stuff, just a hi-hat. Really good touch.
I think what also I liked were all just like the characters, right? Like the monkeys. Like,
yeah,
they're all like had their own like unique personality. Some are more aggro, some are like super scared. Like, some are just like nervous wrecks. Some are actual maniacs.
Yeah. And I think what helped was the descriptions, like the monkey encyclopedia or whatever. You collect them and you read through. Some of them are pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a really unique thing to do, is to have each monkey have their own name. They had like a little description, right, of either what they do or what they like or whatever. And each one had like different stats as far as speed, attack, and alert were the 3. At least, or whoever was like in charge of naming these monkeys must have been a huge music fan.
Okay.
Because there's so many names that are tied to musicians. Like I wrote down Chino is one of them. Chino Moreno, right? There's also Ringo, obviously, from the Beatles. Okay. There's Reznor is one of the monkey names.
I don't know why I didn't put 2 in. Well, I think at the time I didn't know who Trent Reznor was. So
and there's one called Mai, and the description says paints surreal landscapes. So I like that. I remembered like some of the super aggressive monkeys. So when you're a kid, it was almost like impossible, or it felt impossible.
Really frustrating.
Yeah, so like Mick Manic was one of them. Flea was also like super aggressive. Okay. So they usually had like the machine gun, or they had the pack with the rockets that would home in on you. That was the worst one.
Oh yeah. And
those
they're
are the
like,
worst guys.
They're flying away while destroying it. Yeah.
No, I think the levels are super cool, like you said, like the kind of more Egyptian or like the ruins, Dexter's Island. So it was cool that they incorporated like the dinosaurs and things like that. Yep. No, but super cool game, you know, over 200 monkeys. So there's a lot of like replayability. So it's kind of a brilliant design where they force you to go back later to get more monkeys. And, you know, I think the pacing of the game was really good. But yeah, a lot of nostalgia. So yeah, that's my number 10.
Yeah, I love it for how unique it was. I remember at the time, really cool, and the fact that it utilized both analog sticks.
Played it a lot as a kid, so there's a lot of nostalgia packed in, so that's probably why it's number 10. But it's also just a really good, super unique game with amazing music.
Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy Advance. Well, I mean, I bring it up because you guys remember how much I played Super Metroid when I was like 19, unemployed. I think I talked about that already last time too. It's really an amazing game, but I chose Fusion because I played it after. It's very limited and structured, whereas Super Metroid's more open world. But when you have that, I feel the storyline will suffer. If you have a game that's just so wide open, it's not really tying you into anything. But this has a very structured story, and it's more interesting than Super Metroid.
I tried a little bit of the first Metroid. That game's hard.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, mainly because of the storyline, I feel. It's more structured, and it's more intense because it's about this virus that's mutating everything. And it actually has your suit, and it's walking around, and there's really tense moments where you have to hide from it because it's so overpowered you can't possibly do shit against it. It adds to the suspense and everything. I just feel like it's a tighter, package than Super Metroid.
Yeah, I think like the mood for Super Metroid is absolutely immaculate.
And I think the atmosphere and everything is better in that game. But I mean, this one has more of a sense of dread.
Yeah.
And occasionally it'll run up on you and it's like, holy shit, I gotta, get out of here. Like a good survival horror. I would say the really only downside to it is like you're talking to this AI that's guiding you around and it's these long info dumps. And it's just like, goddamn this again.
It's a drag.
So it probably, I'd say it won by a couple hairs compared to Super Metroid.
Yeah.
But I just felt the story, it kicked it up a notch. I like the story a lot.
But do they have the option in Fusion where if you killed it in the game, she gets a little naked?
Maybe.
Or do they get rid of that?
I don't know. I should have known that because I was unemployed at the time playing that.
You would think that the horny Japanese boys would keep that in. It's a shame. Yeah, no, it's
not playing it.
Yeah, fuck that. For that reason, you are chopped. So yeah, my number 9 is Mario Kart Double Dash.
Awesome.
For the GameCube. In my opinion, it's the best Mario Kart game they ever made. And I've played all of them, and I actually
I agree.
I like the Super Nintendo one. I like the Nintendo 64 one. But yeah, no, Mario Kart Double Dash, 2-person mechanic, so one person in the back throwing, and then, you had one person driving, but you could switch anytime you wanted.
Yep.
So you could do like a whole campaign 2-player where you're just in one kart. And I thought that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Really, I think just really good controls too.
It was awesome. And Dad would get so mad because he's so competitive.
Yeah.
But he couldn't beat me. I mean, he won 1 or 2 races, and of course he's going to have his freak out moments. But
well, I was going to say, speaking of the original Super Mario Kart, I don't know, we might be able to put that clip in of him.
To give context, like I was at my parents' place and I was playing the SNES Classic with my dad, and like we were racing, and he was getting angry, and I think like Luigi fucked him over or something.
Hit him with the red shell.
Fucking Luigi, and he punched the wooden cabinet that's holding the TV up. Bitch. Fucking Luigi. Yep. What else do I say? I mean, like, I love the levels. So I wish there was more cups, and I wish there was more levels, and that's kind of my only gripe with it. Otherwise it's a amazing game, top tier.
I remember many times I was always riding bitch when I played with you because I was like, yeah, you take the lead because you're a better driver.
Well, I would go crazy on the drifts.
Yeah,
so that's my number 9.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played with my daughter recently 8 on the Switch, and it's pretty cool.
I like some of the mechanics that they put in, like the Wii or the Wii U versions, where you have like the parachute, the gliding.
Yeah.
They incorporated motorcycles and things, right?
Yeah.
In the later games.
Yeah, I like those designs. They're cool, but I still think Double Dash hasn't been topped.
No, I mean, I like the additions of the later games where they're adding characters like Funky Kong and right. Yeah, he's on that motorcycle. Right, great. You're an expert, right? Oh, Mario Kart on Wii U.
Tell us.
No, I'm pretty sure Funky Kong. He's like on the motorcycle.
Okay. Well, I think you can get a motorcycle.
No. But anyways, yeah, number 9, Mario Kart Double Dash.
My number 9, Link's Awakening for the Game Boy.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love Ocarina of Time. But going back to that, it's pretty rough. I mean, I know there's not a dedicated jump button in this, but you get the Rock's Feather, you can jump. I hate the fact you have to run off a ledge to jump. And some of the things with the Z targeting and the camera angles, they feel so shit. But, I mean, it's an amazing game, like nostalgia-wise and music presentation-wise. It's amazing. But Link's Awakening is my favorite. It was really creative. I mean, I love the fact that there's no saving Zelda. It's its own isolated story. And spoiler alert, it was a dream the whole time. So are we really alive?
Like Mario 2?
Yeah, exactly. The other creative thing about it too is the fact you can combine a few of the items together. Okay. Like you can equip bombs and the arrows and hit them at the same time you send a bomb on the arrow to the opponent. Pretty cool. Or the Pegasus boots, you can use it with the rock feather to jump over like long distances.
So it's like a top down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You never played it on the Game Boy?
No.
Oh no. Man, it's the first one I played, so that's part of the nostalgia too. I'm loving it now, going back and playing it, and just how I love to do these Metroidvania, whatever exploration games. Just no guide, just go explore.
Nice.
They packed a lot into this game. Feels like it doesn't feel like a dumbed down version of something they had to like cut corners to fit it on a Game Boy cartridge. It doesn't feel like that. Great dungeons. Yeah, it feels about the same length as most of the other Zeldas, I would say, around that time. But you just wake up on a weird island and you're trying to wake up the windfish that's in an egg. It's very bizarre, but that's why I like it. It's different than...
You're Jamaican. Mm-hmm. Jamaican Link.
Yeah.
Me one take a gun and you feel right?
Sure. Sounded pretty good to me.
Yeah. Oh, yay. I'm going to kill Ganon, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I never played that. I played the one on Super Nintendo. I haven't really done any of the handhelds, the Oracle Seasons.
Awesome.
There's
yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those IPs that they can't mess up. Right? So I'm sure Nintendo is like, yeah, you got to
I don't think they really have. I mean,
yeah,
they've had a few
top tier boys on that.
Yep. I think I got this the same year that we got the Super Nintendo. It was like 95 and played the shit out of it because, again, my cousins were all playing it. A lot of fond memories. Like we'd make, I think Aunt Susie would help us, or Uncle Wayne. He or she would help us make these little wooden swords, and we'd go out, me and Cousin Lee. Really captivated our imagination. And they had some tricky puzzles in this, so it's kind of good brain teasers, or, strengthens your brain. Didn't work on me. Even just poring over, like I'm sure you guys did too, poring over the manuals, just like really admiring the art. It is like an art form. It's like a little art book trying to showcase the game.
A lot of them would actually be illustrated,
yep,
right, or painted, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot more character. Now it's probably all going to be AI driven at some point.
Like I told you, I saw some of those new Sora 2.0 AI videos. It's scary good. Some of them look a little weird. The one I saw that scared I was laughing, but it scared me, is that MLK Jr. stealing a slushie from 7-Eleven.
Sir, you still have to pay for the slushie.
My sister, I have a dream that one day this slushie will be free for all who thirst.
Sir, this isn't about dreams. It's about paying for your slushie.
Nice.
It's scary how good it looks.
Yeah.
And yeah. Anyway.
My number 8 is Crash Bandicoot Warped.
Awesome.
Those handful of years ago when we played it, helped it boost it to another level.
Oh, me too. I think I was 27. But yeah, it was around that time. It was awesome. Yeah, we'd maybe have some drinks. I'd go over to your place. We'd play through that. We were trying to beat 100% the game. We ended up doing more than that because we did all the time trials, everything.
Yep. No, I would say like
Anyway.
that memory with you playing through that, doing the time travels, that's one of my top memories.
I know, me too.
For video games, for sure. It was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, it was like the last time, it was before my kids, before, getting back with my wife. So it had a lot of free time. So yeah, that was awesome.
Well,
That was
the gameplay was insane. All the secrets, like you had like the motorcycle levels, right? Where it's
Yep.
like you run over the alien sign or whatever and, you get warped to a secret level. It wasn't just, Crash running through the level, right? Like it's like, got all the swimming levels.
where you're riding the tiger.
Yeah, they still had like where you're getting chased, right, by the bear.
They had a few of those.
Yeah, I wrote down like I remember the hang 'em high level, the Tomb Waiter.
Yep.
I think you did that one. Yeah.
Where I called it. So I was like, either I'm going to get so good where we demolish this fucking platinum record, or I'm just going to not be able to do it. But that's where I was impressed with that game, the really good game design.
Yeah.
Because there were so many of those, we'd start doing it, like, you can't do it. It's impossible. Did they even fucking play test this shit? And then we'd slowly find ways to shave off time, and we're like, wow, they really did consider everything.
It makes me think that I wonder if they tested extensively, because that's almost what it seems like. They got these gamers to play, right? And
I think you have to, because some of these were so spot on where you're able to beat it, and you're like, wow, I just barely shaved off enough time to do this.
Well, they probably had them play a bunch to get like a crazy record, and they're like, all right, that's going to be the goal, right? But yeah, no, Crash Bandicoot Warped, one of the top tier moments, and just an insanely addictive game.
Yeah. No, it's one of the best 3D platformers of all time. Like we just talked, for all the reasons we just talked about. And I love the storyline and voice acting. Really good. The Australians really knew their shit, man. Like Naughty Dog and Rare.
Yeah.
They were awesome. And really good humorous games. I wouldn't say it's like fucking hilarious, but it's like a Saturday morning cartoon feel or something, those games.
Their range is insane. I mean, think about it, like Crash Bandicoot and then fucking Last of Us now, and I don't know what they're making now, but...
They did Uncharted too.
Yes, right, the Uncharted games. I want to play those. Ratchet and Clank too, right?
I think...
Could be wrong.
I don't think they did, because I remember a story where whoever did Ratchet and Clank, they were speaking with like members of Naughty Dog, and they're like, oh yeah, you can borrow some of our assets if you want to like play around with them. Like they were really cool. They just...
Maybe that's what I'm thinking, because
where other companies would be like, no, you're not getting our shit.
Sour, we're going to give you the assets.
Yeah.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
Yar, 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 yar.
But it's awesome music too. Really catchy stuff. Toe tappers.
Man, imagine pounding ass that.
That's what I know. That's what I did.
You're pounding that ass?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Whoa! Whoa!
Anyways, fucking next. Number 8.
Number 8, baby. Chrono Cross. The PS1.
Wow.
Well, first off, I got to say, a lot of memories with this one, and I played it before Chrono Trigger. What I was taken aback by was it almost felt like a Twilight Zone, like storyline. That threw me off when you travel to the parallel dimension, and they're like, no, you're Surge? That kid died 10 years ago. He drowned to death. And you're like, what the fuck? I didn't see that coming at 10 years old. Awesome music. My favorite music soundtrack of all time. It's my favorite video game soundtrack of all time.
That's a great game.
Yeah,
I thought that was like a real orchestra, but it's like a patch, right?
I think they were able to sample some things.
Oh, okay.
But
it's ridiculous though for the time. Like it sounds so good.
Oh, it's amazing. What blows me away listening to a lot of his music, Yasunori, I call him Patty Boy Mitsuda, because he does so well composing like Celtic fiddle part of our family's from Cape Breton, so we love that kind of music. And I'm especially a Japanese guy. I'm like, that's so cool that he's able to make this music that sounds like down home music that we would have heard as a kid.
Yeah, a lot of traditional folk, world music. Yeah, he would kind of like mix it all up. It felt like a blender. He would take this and that, and then just fucking blend it up.
Yeah, and kind of some Caribbean influence, and that soundtrack's so good. I can't imagine hearing something better. Yeah, so good, and it fits the locations perfectly.
Yeah,
I love the locations in this game. The aquatic, Caribbean, Hawaiian, kind of tropical feel.
Yeah,
most of the time in the game, it fits it so well.
Well, it helps with the vibe, like, because it really does feel like a whole nother world.
Just to follow Chrono Trigger up with this, they were taking a big risk, but I appreciate the ones that don't try to recreate. Like, it didn't have any of the dual techs or the traditional turn-based. The consumable, the magic is consumable, so you can only use one slot per battle. Turns it more into like a chess game. You got to plan out.
Well, yeah, there's a whole nother dimension when it's with the field, right? Like
that too.
Yeah,
the
field element.
Yep. If it's one overall element or whatever, then those are going to do more damage. And it leads to one of the most ridiculous, like if you're trying to get New Game Plus and you're fighting the last boss, you have to do these elements in this certain order, but it counts the opponent's elements they're using too.
Right.
So you have to start all over again, this like pattern of like white, red, the water, fire, all that shit.
Okay.
And I think that's where you get the good ending, where you get New Game Plus.
Okay.
Which comes back, which is awesome. Always a good feature.
Yeah.
I wish more games and RPGs had that.
Yeah, no, they need to bring that back.
The other thing I'd say that's awesome, I do like the storyline, but it suffers from that traditional JRPG. Starts off fairly basic, some cool plot twists, and then it just gets batshit. You're fighting like fate, dealing with like, fighting God. That's what a lot of them seem to come down to. You're fighting like some godly creature, and I don't know.
So what are they trying to say?
I don't know.
We're all battling time.
Yeah.
Cool characters that you can have as your some of your teammates too, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Huge cast of characters.
Yeah.
And they implemented some kind of like, for lack of a better term, like chat system. So the characters could speak the same line, but with their own inflection and like dialect.
Yeah, it's
like
nuts.
the little Fisher kid, don't you know? It's blah, blah, blah. Apparently it was some like fancy fucking programming thing that they were able to do that with.
Wow.
I don't know.
You have a favorite teammate in the game?
Oh man, I was just thinking of the girl with the huge titties, the blonde one. She's
Yabos.
fucking hottie. Freaking Pam Anderson, baby.
But weren't there like non-human?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
teammates?
A lot of them. I think there's like 60 to 100 different characters that you can get in the game. It's another thing that makes it replayable, I guess. For me, one of the huge selling points is the artwork and mainly the music. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was playing it even on the PSP, and I was just like marveling at some of these watercolor because they were actually like paintings. They actually, probably commissioned some people to do those.
But remember. Good choice. Yeah, Chrono Cross. All right. Number 7 for me, Ocarina of Time.
All right.
Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. When you go back, you do notice the problems, but I think the nostalgia for me is too hard, so...
It's tough to beat because I remember our cousins, they had rented that game and them showing me certain parts in the game, and I was pretty blown away. And I love the opening, on the startup screen, and just him like riding in the nighttime over the dunes or whatever. Really awesome.
No, I would just say like it's all the locations for me, the music. I don't know, still really good gameplay,
I mean, I was digging on it, but I'm just comparing it to other Zeldas I've played.
Yeah, no, and there's some frustrating platforming issues as well. But yeah, there's a lot of elements like the Skulltulas are always cool, trying to like collect those. Like the weird little secrets, like how you can get that one sword in the Goron.
Yeah, you can fix the big sword or something like that.
Trying to find the heart pieces. The games that you could play in the town. Mm-hmm. And it's a pretty bleak game.
Yeah.
Right? So when the town is all fucked up
in the
decimated.
future.
It's like, and it's just like they're all zombies.
Don't you like if they look at you, they freeze you or something for a second?
Yeah, for a second, then you're paralyzed.
That was always freaky to me.
But it was like they're zombies, but also almost like radiated, like they've been blasted. But yeah, no, there's a lot of like Epona Song of Storms. Like there's a lot of cool like music, but then like characters with the music. So like that guy that was playing in that that little area, the Song of Storms,
with the organ. Yeah, and I liked how you had to do it almost like I was gonna say like Rock Band, but not like Rock Band. You have to type it in, actually play it with the C D-pad thing. Yeah, it is I do like the bleak vibe at some parts. But then it's also really bright and colorful and upbeat too at times.
Some of the temples were really frustrating and annoying. Like Water Temple is ridiculous.
I'd be curious to try to play it now and see if it's that bad, because I remember it had that notoriety back in the day.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I think you have to be in the right. Like I wouldn't want to play the game like drunk or anything like that, especially when you're going through the temples. I remember one time I was playing with my buddy Justin. We were in his dorm and we were playing Ocarina of Time. It was really funny. I think it was in Goron City. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, great.
But like randomly he got up and then he was just doing.
Oh, yeah.
He started doing a little ass shake.
A little twerk.
But no, that was really funny. But yeah, when we played Fire Temple, I was so high fighting like those lizard soldiers.
Yeah.
And I just kept like circling, I guess. Like I was playing for a long time.
Just strafing back.
Well, that, but also like just like through the temple, I was just doing the same thing over and over again. I felt like I was going insane. Because when you're so high where it's almost like hallucinogenic almost. But yeah, Ocarina of Time, there's not too much to say. Pretty decent gameplay, amazing music, like some of the best melodies.
Yeah, it's fantastic soundtrack, and like I said, a lot of nostalgia. I just feel yeah. Hey, listen. Yeah,
Yeah, she was annoying. I'll give you that. You know what? We're taking this off the list.
Yeah. Number 7, Earthbound for the Super Nintendo.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's got to be in top 10.
Yeah,
I'm surprised it's not in top 5, honestly, but
it's not a flaw, but it kind of holds it back, is the battle system. I think if someone could somehow do like a ROM hack where they add, like for the battle system, just like they did in Undertale, like some kind of little mini game, this game would be close to my number 1, I think, if it had that. Other than that, it really works still because it's so quirky, and it was smart to have it set in modern day, because I feel like that adds a good foil to all the weirdness, the bizarre encounters, and the weird shit you get involved in. And it's hard to explain this game. It's such a bizarre, I hate to say it's a vibe, but I mean, it really is. It's
super silly, weird, quirky, doesn't take itself too seriously. I mean, there's a lot of like breaking the fourth wall where it like lets you, it reminds you that you're playing the game.
Yeah. Or like, isn't there one where like, the kid's like, yeah, you have to press A to do this. I don't know why I would know to say that right now. Or like, there's a lot of weird, fourth wall breaking stuff. Yeah.
The characters all super unique. The dialogue, I think, is where it shines the most. Yeah. Like almost every random NPC or whatever has something silly to say, or
yeah, it's either eerie or something goofy or just bizarre. One of my favorites, in the bakery, you talk to the woman. She's like, this bakery sucks. Like, it's got a bland taste and this and that. And she's like, actually, to be honest, I am the proprietor of this business. Or like, she's trashing. I don't know. It's pretty good.
I mean, you appreciate it more when you're older. Well, it's weird how it works, because when you're a kid, you're kind of more, at least I was, like more objective. Mm-hmm. But when you get older and you play this game again, it's like you're just like really smelling the flowers when you play it. So you go and you're talking to all these different characters, and there's so much life, I would say, in this game.
I know it's a weird comparison, but it feels like almost as like bright and colorful as like Super Mario World is.
It's a really feel-good game the whole time. I mean, even with some of the more extreme elements, like when you're... I
was going to say the ending is pretty dark and foreboding.
No, yeah, there's certain times, right, where it's like, whoa, this game, what is that place called with poo? And you have to meditate. So the game tricks you where it's like, no, you have to, you cannot move.
I'm going to break off your leg now.
Well, yeah. Well,
Like
when you're a kid, you keep like you're like, oh, people are bothering me, like they're coming and checking on you and like trying to talk to you. But when you're a kid, you think that that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But the game is tricking you, and you have to ignore and you have to wait it out. Or when you have to wait behind the waterfall to get in, like an absurd amount of time.
Yep.
But yeah, all the characters like the hippies, the business people, there's every type of person. It's like when you go to the summers. Like you got rich assholes on the beach and
everything's super expensive in all the shops. It's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all these weird bizarre things that happen in the game. If it was like a fantasy, like gothic setting, I don't think it would stand out as like the ending, how dark it gets, or like you talked about the meditation. Like when that stuff happens, because it's set in like the modern world, it's like, whoa, what the it like jumps out.
Also spoilers, I guess. But, at the very start of a game, a character that you think is going to be with you the whole time.
Yeah.
Buzz.
Yeah.
Gets eliminated. But it's just so funny how he passes, right?
Yeah.
He
It's
just swats and then that's it.
So stupid, but yeah.
He's like this super powerful being that can like, toast the starmen.
Yeah.
And then he just...
Yeah. Didn't see that coming.
But it's like,
good.
it sets you up perfectly for what the game is, right? It's just absurd, self-aware.
And it's a subtle joke in there too. He's doing the before you go, my son. Like he's doing this long, and then he's do you want to hear it again? Like
I hate that. And then they have it at the top instead of, or they switch the.
But just the fact he's like, do you want me to tell you? And he's like on his deathbed is like really goofy, right? Like that they put that in there. It's a very subtle joke,
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's the light is fading now. But wait, one more thing.
One more. Yeah.
It's like a joke.
The other thing I do want to mention, actually, I think what really blew us away as kids was the manual. Beautiful artwork, and they made it look like a travel brochure to like all these different locations. They had the clay artwork in there that they modeled the characters after and everything. And
it had the scratch and sniff. But they didn't know how to like market it to the US. It didn't do well. And that's why it's so expensive now, I guess. It turned into a cult classic.
Yep.
No, but great game, and like if you could dissect it for like we could be talking about this game for so long. What they came up with is just insane. Never really gets boring, and there's never really any kind of grind.
No, but I'm not trying to knock the battle system, but I just feel like that's probably the weak spot. Like there was nothing really that ingenious with it.
Yeah.
Like, but everything else in the game is so freaking creative, and like at the time they couldn't make a big enough cartridge probably to do everything the guy wanted to do, the creator. I don't know.
It's one of those games that you'll always find something else the next time you play it, or it takes like on a different meaning, like some of the dialogue when you're an adult.
The fact it's, I mean, people can think it's hokey, but I do think it's kind of beautiful. The end where prayer, that's how you defeat this thing. I don't know, it's kind of cool.
Good game. My number 6, Punch-Out.
Wow.
One for NES. Pretty sure this is the earliest game I have on here.
Okay.
Or the oldest, whatever you want to say. Mm-hmm. It always reminds me of the camp up in Arizona. It's an insanely hard game.
Yeah.
But honestly, really addicting. All the characters are just classic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one issue with the series is that they kind of like repeated the characters or like the vibe of the characters. Mm-hmm. But, Glass Joe, King Hippo, Soda Popinski, right? Von Kaiser, Piston Honda.
Which apparently, like the arcade, it was more, I guess, explicit. Like it was Vodka Drunkinski, I think was his name.
Right, yeah.
Just nothing that offensive, really, but they changed it.
But yeah, it's just a very intimidating game. I mean, I still haven't beaten it. I think the best I've gone is like the second circuit for Mr. Sandman. So I think I got there. I've never gotten to Mike Tyson.
I know from hardcore pros at this game, they say you need to do it. You can't emulate it with the timing and everything. You can only beat it on the CRT.
And it's a very simple game. But I think that's why I like it so much.
Yeah, they really did a feat to put it on the Super Nintendo because the original arcade was more like what the Super Nintendo one looked like.
Yeah.
So it was amazing they were able to kind of replicate it as best they could.
There's just different ways that you can fight the bosses. I mean, if you ever look up like speed runs
I'm sure they're insane.
Punch-Out, it's nuts what they do.
Yep.
The fact that I've played it for so much and I still haven't even gotten to the last 2 or 3 characters is I don't know. It's just cool because it's, you know, I think what makes it harder too is because I'm not really also like looking up exactly how to fight each guy. It's just a fun way to play Punch Out to me. It's like discovering their weaknesses and things like that. But yeah, so Punch Out, my number 6.
Cool. Yeah, I think I just saw a list recently. This guy, Jason Graves, is pretty funny. He works with the Red Cow Entertainment guys. Like he was saying, it's so unique. It's not quite a fighting game. It's not quite a rhythm game. It's like its own beast, really.
Yeah, I think what was genius about
And
it
it's
was...
like a boss rush, too, right? That's the other unique thing about it.
Yeah, that's the... Yeah, each character had its own like cycle, and then they would start to do different moves, and it always kept you on your toes. But a masterpiece for me.
Almost infinitely replayable.
Yeah,
It would take forever to, especially emulating it.
They did a pretty good job for the NES Classic, though. As long as it's not PAL, I'm good.
Yeah.
PAL fucking sucks.
Yeah. All right. Well, I probably won't talk about this too much. We talked about it, and I was drunk rambling about it too last time. But The Godfather.
That's number 6.
PS2, number 6. Yep.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt my feelings at all. It beat out Chrono Cross and all these games that I freaking love. But I mean, the game's so good and replayable and
taking over the businesses. It's so friggin' addicting, man.
And like I mentioned, there's so many things: the hit missions, robbing banks, carjacking, the extorting businesses. I mean, there's so much, and that's not even the main storyline. Which those are fun too.
I'm just thinking about the characters that we'd make.
Oh yeah, we made some classics.
Oh, so that was my number 12. No, as far as like that weird Y2K era, like that's a absolute gem, masterpiece, and people don't talk about it.
It's the fault of so many companies that fucked up these movie-based video games.
Shit them out.
But so many people just didn't trust them to be good. I mean, they shat out that many bad fucking stinkers. But this one, it follows the plot of the movie pretty faithfully with all the missions you do and sneaking in, guarding the guy that's cutting off the horse head. And then you have to, it's like a escort mission. You have to walk the guy through the mansion to put it in the guy's bed. So I don't know, it was kind of cool. It brought some life to the background associates. The people that are low on the ladder in the organized crime.
Al Pacino is too good to too good for the Godfather, the game.
Yeah.
When Marlon Brando did it, that's like the last thing he did in his life, I think, right?
Oh, yeah. Grady told us, we had
probably already talked about it. I don't remember what we talked about, but I'm sure we brought that up. True legend right there. Paycheck's a paycheck. Gig's a gig, bro. But yeah, okay. So that's 10 through 6. My number 5 is Smash Bros. Melee.
Yeah. I don't want to say they peaked, but they hit so many good highs with that GameCube era.
Nuts. But yeah, no, a lot of like really unique games. But yeah, no, Smash Bros. Melee. I really like the Nintendo 64 version, but there is that weird, like, you feel like you're in space, like with the gravity of the characters was kind of weird.
And they ramped it up with how good it looked on the GameCube. I mean, it was like night and day, the 3D animations and everything, and the amount of characters.
They took everything from the 64, at least quadrupled it.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken,
30 something, right?
30 some characters. Like with the newer games where it's like, they're starting to get into more of the JRPG characters and things like that. But this one had a lot of the Nintendo characters.
And the only one that mattered for you, the Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Ganon.
Yeah, that was my main.
I remember one time Grady, I and Dad were like, okay, fuck this honor shit. We're teaming up on Hazen because he keeps smashing us, and we still lost. He still demolished us.
Still got lucky. Well, yeah, I mean, with Ganon.
No, not lucky. You were just great.
It's just the Code Red Mountain Dew. I was cranked. I have a lot of memories, just us, but also I play a lot with Justin and my trumpet section back in high school. We would have hangs. John created that hang.
Oh,
the
nice.
Smash Bros. Hang. And have like tournaments and things. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, just an amazing game, like you said, like the graphics and then the physics really is what the big draw is.
It's so they improved it on every facet, I think.
I never played like professionally or semi-professionally. It would have been interesting if me and Justin like went to tournaments. Never did it, but yeah, no, it was pretty crazy.
I feel like that's a cool, what do they call it, a tournament fighter? There's all this debate on whether it's really a fighting game or it feels like it's kind of anyone could have a shot. Like even some newbie could possibly fuck you. It's not like traditional fighting games where if you don't know what you're doing, you're going nowhere. Like, I mean,
and I think the big difference too is like a lot of the fighting games, like the characters would have health bars, but with Smash it's different because you keep going up in percentage.
The easier it's able to bring you off,
send you off.
Yeah,
very very cool game. So that's my number 5.
Awesome. For me, 5, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped.
Nice.
So we already talked about it. When we were getting heavy deep into the time trials, when I was driving to work, I felt like it carried over to that. Like I was fucking speeding. Okay, if I stay in the right lane here and I get to this light at like 6:03 a.m., I can make this light. Like I really I was like, okay, I got to slow down.
It rewired your brain.
Yeah, it really did. Same reason as for you. It felt like that was a cool moment to be able to have time because, like I said, it was right before I had kids.
Right, yeah.
So it was cool to be able to get together and we'd go out drinks and play pool and stuff and then come back, play some Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped.
No, that's
But outside of that, I think we pretty much covered that. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, I knew that one of the Crash Bandicoots was going to be in the top 10.
Yeah, 3 Warped and Crash Team Racing are the biggest. And I think we mentioned that was on your list, right?
That was number 17.
Yep.
For me. Number 1 was really good and very impressive for what they did at the time. Like, I watched a video on like how they made the game. It's unbelievable because I guess there's something with the programming. They didn't tell them like, you know, the console was capable of this and that, so they had to like, in a way, jerry rig it.
Oh, okay.
Because it was like hidden. There was hidden tech that they weren't telling the Americans.
Well, I love the marketing campaigns too. Remember those ads where they get the guy in the Crash Bandicoot suit and he's outside like Nintendo with a megaphone.
Oh yeah,
talking shit. Like I
forgot about that.
Hey, plumber boy, mustache man, your worst nightmare has arrived.
Pack up your stuff. I got a little surprise for you here.
Check it out. What do you think about that? We got real time, 3D. How's that make you feel, buddy?
Feel a little like your days are numbered?
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
You're hurting my elbow.
He was a good mascot for Sony. It's one of the best 3D platformers ever.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
My number 4 is Resident Evil 3 Nemesis.
Wow. Okay, awesome. It doesn't get its due, I don't think. Everyone is in love with 2, which I understand.
Yeah, I mean, like I watch a lot of speedrunning stuff, but they always talk about like the RNG, the random, basically things that can happen within the game. There's so much in that game specifically, so you play it anytime, it's going to be a completely different experience, right? It's like, you know, Nemesis will come randomly.
Well, you can choose to fight him or not.
Yeah.
We kind of touched on that last time, I think.
Yeah, fight him or not fight him. It was cool doing the hard mode and trying to like fight him, especially like right in front of the RPD.
Yeah,
first time you run into him,
because that's something
so difficult.
That's something I never thought we would do, but as kids, that seemed like there's no way you can beat him.
How he's just like an absolute menace, literally running, sprinting at you. There's never any solace. There's never any like relaxing points in the game.
No.
It's like you're already dealing with zombies, then you're dealing with this fucking guy.
Except for that beautiful save room, which like Grady mentioned, it's kind of haunting.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's brilliant about the soundtrack is that it's like, it's relaxing, but yeah, it's very ominous where it's like, no, you're still not through the weeds yet, motherfucker.
Although Grady did tell me, I think on our playthrough, there are mods where even in the safe room, you're not safe. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a cool one. Yeah, Nemi can come through and
that's awesome.
The Nemi, or all enemies are Nemi.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, there's some crazy mods.
Yeah, that's funny.
Something with like Necropolis or something, but it was like a mod that was just nuts. But yeah, where it's like, you're fighting like,
that's
funny.
eight
eight in a room. They're just beating your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like, there was kind of like no filter for them. They just, they're like, yeah, we're just going to make this guy an absolute menace. And, you know, when you're a kid and you pick up this game, like that would be so difficult.
Great atmosphere.
Yeah.
And sound effects and music.
Yeah, the vibe, the backgrounds, the puzzles. Why it's so high is that no matter what, whenever I pick it up and play it again, it's going to be a completely different experience. And the scavenging element is great.
Yeah, those survival horror games, man, that's what they're all about. They're awesome.
So yeah, that's my number 4.
Number 4, Chrono Trigger. the Super Nintendo. There's a strong sense of art direction and character designs. What, Akira Toriyama, right?
That's right. Yeah, I was trying to think of his fucking name.
Yeah, because there was like 3 powerhouses, which is rare to happen in my opinion. Where it's like, I talk about it all the time. Like people are like, if I could make a super group, super band, I'd have Jimi Hendrix, fucking Flea on bass, Keith Moon on drums. It probably wouldn't sound good, but with this game, it worked. Man, they pulled it off. Apparently, they met on a plane. The 3 of the guys.
Oh, okay.
They were going to some conference on, I think, 3D graphic design or something. And then they're just like, yeah, let's make a game together. And then the fact you have Yasunori Mitsuda coming in, he's like, listen, cocksucker, if you don't give me a shot, I'm walking.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
And then, all right, kid, go ahead and go in there. They had Nobuo Uematsu pinch hit for him a few times when, like you mentioned last time.
Yeah, the ulcer.
Yeah. But still, it's amazing. Like it could have been a clusterfuck.
No, the music is just top 3 or top 5 that I've heard.
Yasunori Mitsuda is so fucking good. Anytime I hear his shit,
It just reminds me
blown
of
away.
Yeah, it's like world music.
Yeah.
You know.
But one of the videos I've liked recently is that Charles Carroll guy, I think, or Cornell,
Yeah.
piano player, and he's reacting to hearing it for the first time, and he's like, "Whoa, wait, what the fuck was that chord?" He's like, he's switching to that chord to resolve here. He's like, "Wow, that's fucking genius." So it's pretty cool. Yeah, the intro track, apparently the first one he wrote when he got the gig because he was so fucking ecstatic. He wrote that. That song's just amazing.
Just all the melodies. He's just so good with melody.
A great intro with the clock, the ticking clock, and then it ramps up to it's fucking so good, man. It's a easy to pick up and play RPG, I would say. Like it's not very long, but it's thick. I think it was the first game to have the new Game Plus.
Ever?
I think so. I think it was the first game to...
Fact check.
I think it was the first RPG, especially to incorporate that, where you can start over again with all your stats and just demolish.
Well, that's what's insane,
everybody.
right? Like the 13, like you said, endings. Like what other game at that time was doing that?
And the time travel element, really well done. And I remember I was always trying to get you guys into the game. I remember there was one time where I was in the apocalyptic future, but then I was going around talking to the NPCs, and I was like, don't you guys get it? So deep, like these people can't feed themselves. And I was trying to be so deep. Okay, you guys.
Like, bro, we just want our dino nuggies and mac and cheese,
exactly. So you guys don't even get it. Hear their cries.
But all the...
Don't you see the irony? They have a machine that nourishes them, but they're still hungry.
Don't you guys... We're like 6 years old. Don't you guys...
I know.
We're just...
I know. That's just such an emo.
Mama.
I definitely had emo tendencies.
You were the true emo. The other ones are just hacks.
It's really hard to beat as a traditional JRPG that also does not really fall into the trap of going off the rails and really weird and esoteric. There's no rug pull where it's like, oh, Gigas wasn't the real... Or Gigas, fucking Earthbound. Yeah, Lavos wasn't the real bad guy. It was the fucking demon time god or some weird thing.
Yeah.
No, it very well thought out, and it's like I said, it's like a brisk pace. I mean, you can beat it at the first the pod, the telepod or whatever you call them.
True.
You can,
so much they had to think about. I mean,
Who's the most waifu out of the 3 girls?
Oh, good question.
Who's the best girl? 3 seconds.
3 seconds. The nerd.
What's what I was gonna pull
The
a
dark horse. Okay.
She's the most waifu, probably. Can't think of her fucking name.
Luca
Luca. Jesus Christ.
Luca Brazzi. I would have to go Marl. I think I love frickin' redheads, dude. Never got with one. If I'm going based on like real nostalgia, real emotion, I'd probably have to pick frickin' redheads, dude. Cross over Trigger, but like I said, how I organized everything, it's a stronger story. I don't know. I think Trigger is just a better package.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised it's not higher up, actually.
What I'll say, it's the highest RPG.
Okay.
on the list.
Gotcha. Okay, number 4. Nice.
Even though I'm the big RPG nerd.
So yeah, my number 3, Donkey Kong Country.
Awesome.
I mean, what can you say? Probably one of the best, like
A lot. A lot.
one of the best platformers of all time. But yeah, the 2-player, and then they had like you can either do it as like kind of like a co-op thing, work together, or it's like a versus, so it kind of stacks up, your lives and all that. And no, I just liked how simple the story is.
No, the bad guys stole your big hoard of bananas. That is so stupid, but I love that.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just like like character designs, like the creatures. You got the beavers, you got the vultures, you got the weird like orangutan that throw the barrel, which is kind of a nice little nod to the old Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Game.
And you almost don't think about that, but it's almost a game that technically shouldn't have been possible. Like apparently when they first showed footage of the gameplay to, I think, the head of Nintendo, he's like, "Oh, this is what we can do with the Nintendo 64." Like, no, this is still Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
just the soundtrack alone, it pulled off really crazy tricks, and the character design, how it's rendered, right? It looks like it's 3D kind of, but it's not.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The only negative I can think of is that the bosses are too simple and too easy.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest problem with the game.
But again,
honest.
they're just probably thinking about the age range more so, and they're like, well, we want it somewhat enough of a challenge, but that's where it stops.
Yeah, really, the only really clever one was the last fight with King K. Rool. All the others are kind of, bland.
Yeah, the one thing I didn't think about, because you know how they have like the giant villains in the game, like the bosses?
Yeah.
Because you know how there's always like this emphasis on like the weird oil and the industrial and like the toxic waste?
Yeah.
I'm like, what if they are giant because of that toxic waste?
Oh, okay.
Little commentary there.
Could be.
No, but I just had that theory. I was like, well, maybe it's because
Free Luigi. No,
Yeah.
Bill Burr. No.
I don't know.
Well, it's not real, right?
Yeah, true.
That was big in the 90s, the environmental stuff, like the Secret World of Alex Mack. That was kind of dealing with that, and Captain Plant, or I guess that was more 80s, but it's kind of 80s part 2, the 90s.
Yeah, and I think another element that I like about the game, too, is that there's like the whole little animal buddies to help you out.
It's awesome. And
yeah.
I do think they did it better in the sequels, but yeah, it's hard to beat. It's going to forever be in my heart as the best one, I think. And it was a system seller, like late in the, like that's part of the reason I think we got Super Nintendo. His dad was probably interested in that game, and we played with him a shitload. But yeah, we got it 95, I think, so it was probably right after that game came out, I think.
Music's top notch. The platforming is really tight.
I mean, the platforming, they really did some creative stuff. The barrel blasting, the little, really awesome stuff. All right, number 3 for me, Super Mario 3 for the NES. I almost did what you did with Super Mario All-Stars, but really that was mostly what we were playing when we played All-Stars was Super Mario 3. It might be the best 2D platformer ever with the level design and the whole, he was inspired by like stage plays and stuff. How they have the curtain and
world is a stage type-ish.
Yeah, that's kind of what he's going for with this, and it's
crazy amount of secrets in the game too.
Yeah, and just tight controls, really tight. It's amazing, and all the variety in the power-ups, Tanuki suit, and I didn't even know there's more creative. I was watching because you recommended that guy Mitch Flower Power, who's Canadian, of course.
Yeah,
but I didn't even know you can use the Tanuki suit to turn into a stone and like kill the orbs, that float around items that hurt you. They look like disco balls or whatever they call them. But you can go over them and turn into the Tanuki suit and kill them. Nice. I didn't know you could do that. So I'm still finding new shit.
Yeah, the cool little mini games to break up the levels too, like the card games and picking out the different treasure chests from Toad.
And the fact that you cocksuckers would goad us in when we were playing 2-player if you crossed their name.
Fuck yeah.
Where you battle each other. Remember that shit? And I was like, I'm trying to play the game. Like, nope.
I'm going to sit through this.
I'm trying to come for the throne, and it's going to be my turn if I beat you. And like level 8 was so intimidating. I remember that music and the pure black background was really cool.
It was an interesting idea for them to be like, we're going to have these levels where you have to dodge the fucking like military.
They're like really creepy, foreboding
It's like you're going to war, you
Yeah.
know, and then you know they have that one screen where it's like you have to try to skip over and then the hand pulls you in. Like, that was always creepy.
Yeah, kind of creepy imagery and really like hellish.
No, it's great. And we played that the most, and then I think after that would have been Super Mario World.
The ice world is so cool too. All the themes fit so well.
Yeah, really. I love when you go to the sky.
Yeah, you climb the little corkscrew castle. Yeah, really cool sprites and
big
design.
World. No,
and a
design.
Tough game. But I feel like that's where we cut our teeth on a lot of platforming. Was that game?
Yeah,
got good.
Cool. Well, that's a good choice. So my number 2 game is Silent Hill 2.
Wow.
I feel like you're getting a lot of my tummy rumbles with this video.
Oh, I think I kind of heard that.
My tummy's been rumbling. Yeah, I'm fucking hungry. This is like probably one of the most profound experiences I've had with a game. You know, I actually like kind of like teared up, cried a little bit at the ending. With Mary and her reading basically like the letter to
it's very
James.
She's like, don't worry about me, and like it's it's a rough one.
But it's just a masterpiece. It really is like a piece of art. Like anyone can kind of get their own idea about what these enemies resemble, or the bosses, right? Like I think one of the most extreme designs is that abstract daddy. Like that's
god awful.
Yeah,
it's god awful.
But it's cool. I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
The sound effects coming out of it and everything.
And there's a lot of like art references in it too, which appeals to me. So there's a lot of like Francis Bacon vibes, Giacometti.
I'll pretend I know who that is, but
Giacometti made the really thin, frail sculpture people, and it was usually like a figure walking. But yeah, there's a couple bosses like the what's his name, the hanging boss with the cage.
Oh, yeah.
Like that, kind of resembles like a bit of Bacon because he would kind of like have like the geometric, like a figure in like a grid. Yeah, just like the weird, amorphous, weird enemies and bosses. Obviously, everyone talks about Pyramid Head. I think Pyramid Head's cool, but like I think Abstract Daddy's cooler. And then what is that? What is the name of that boss?
Sick
Flesh Lips or something like that?
Yeah, those are way cooler to me.
That one got under my skin way more. That Abstract Daddy. It's like I knew exactly what they didn't have to spell anything out. You knew what it was implying. Sick, demonic shit.
But yeah, so there's so the art references, and then like I said, like everything's kind of more open for interpretation. And I think that's what's beautiful about the game. I know you love the game as well.
I was gonna say, do you prefer 2 or 3?
If my order would be probably 2, and then 3 and 1 are kind of tied for me.
All right.
Because 1 and 3, they're cool, but they deal more with like the cult is kind of behind everything.
Okay.
I don't like 2 and it's more like just an inner psychological.
Yeah. Like a hellish purgatory.
Like
really.
The ending is like probably the best piece of voice acting in any video game, I think.
Yeah, it's just strange. Like the voice acting helps with the mood of it's kind of like Twin Peaks. It's like weird pauses, weird delivery.
Yeah.
You don't know what the hell is going on. But yeah, I think what Grady said for me, that's why I like it so much, is because it's like, it's obviously this guy, spoilers, right? It's like dealing with grief
He's
in his way.
own hell.
Like you said, yeah, he's in hell or purgatory. Like,
well, apparently the Japanese were huge fans of Twin Peaks. They loved that atmosphere. They just got it because I think they brought him over to do, and the actors like Kyle MacLachlan and stuff, to do weird, I think like Coca-Cola ads and apparently it even influenced like Link's Awakening that I talked about in my number 9. They wanted to do something really weird, though. It's like a dream. You're not saving Zelda. It's had really far-reaching effects on Japan, I think. I don't know. That's what I've read.
And the game that just make it like an art piece. I mean, it transcends just a video game to me. It's like a true story, heavy experience with quite a heavy end. It's rare when a game makes you feel like that hard.
I'd have to agree. I just I picked number 1 because to me I felt more creeped out playing number 1. I loved the atmosphere. The first one.
But yeah, I mean,
but it feels like a different experience playing 2. It feels like you can't compare them.
Yeah, I mean the first 3, the trilogy, it's a masterpiece trilogy. So they're all good.
Still gonna play 3.
They're all amazing in different reasons. But yeah, I just love like the textures, the look also of 2. I mean,
That's
One is
what I was
great,
going to say too. Like, speak of like Uncanny Valley, the CG cutscenes in 2 are way more disturbing. Like, everyone looks a little weird.
Yeah.
Like AI made it, like the early AI, where it doesn't look that good.
But like super
crazy
well done. Like the opening cutscene.
Oh yeah,
in the
he's looking in the
mirror.
mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's something Uncanny Valley about it that's like, it also looks off.
Most creepy one is when you're talking to Maria on the other side of the cell.
Creepy.
And I think, and there's one thing I haven't brought up yet, which I'm very surprised I haven't, is the sound design, the music. It's insane. All the sound effects. I know he did an extreme amount of sampling. But yeah, just the industrial design, just really fucking creepy, man. What's the composer's name again?
Oh, Yamaoka.
Yeah, Akira Yamaoka. I mean, it's an interesting thing because he has like the rock songs.
Yeah, I know. And the ending track that sounds like
he has chill songs,
What's
rock
her face?
songs, and then like this crazy as fuck like industrial like clanks, metal hitting other metal.
Yep.
Like it's just insane. But yeah, I mean, I had to put in the top 3, and I chose 2. Just everything. Like if you're in the mood to play like fucked up game,
yeah.
But
it's hard.
again, and then for the art reasons, like there's a couple pieces like it looks like I wrote down Les Nez and Les Cage, and I'm guessing that's Giacometti, but it reminds me of like some of the character design. But yeah, so yeah, number 2 is Silent Hill 2.
Awesome. And we should probably try to put up a picture of your awesome painting that you made, Mom and Dad, that I was surprised Dad loved. It's like based on the save menu, right? His face, like in red.
Oh yeah, no, I call the piece Restless because she talks about it in my Restless Dreams. But it was cool. It was cool trying to replicate that save screen. Well, what's really funny is I would tell this to Dad, and he's like, "Yeah, it looks like a vampire," and he's like, he has it in his head.
Yeah,
he's like, "That's a vampire." I'm like, "Got it." Beer 7.
Yep. I'm gonna be very curious what your number 1 is. Like, I
mean, it's all mood things, so I feel like sometimes it's like one will be above the other. Like,
yeah.
Especially when you get in the top 5, especially, it's like they're all kind of like interchangeable.
What's funny, I feel like most of my top 20, I feel that way. Not even just the top 5. I feel like number 2, Jack and Daxter 1 through 3.
You did the trilogy. You did 3 games.
Fuck yeah.
No, pick one.
Oh god, not this shit again. I'd probably have to go 2, but I gotta pick 3.
Second one is like the hardest one.
Yeah,
by far.
Although a couple years ago I did that section where I probably broke 2 controllers.
Yeah, I remember you got Angie.
Where you're getting chased down by like the drones or whatever. I don't know why the hell I had so much trouble with that section, but last time I played it was no problem.
Eating your controller.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I broke 1 or 2. I think I was getting so pissed off at that section. They're great 3D platformers, all of them.
Yeah,
and I like the story arc. That's why I wanted to pick the 3. The first one's very upbeat, very funny, good voice acting, great music. And then the second one, I like the turn where he's talking. He's not a silent protagonist anymore. It's darker, the second one.
Yeah.
It really took a dark. And I love the Blade Runner oppressive feel of number 2 and the floating cars and like I mentioned, the derelict, like shanty towns and
police state.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like they changed the whole, recipe. They added weapons.
The hoverboard is sick too.
Yeah, and the little basically motorbikes, like the hover bikes.
Yeah,
really cool too.
I love the third one, man. The third one was sick.
They all came out probably a couple years apart, all for the PS2. Yeah, the PS2's lifespan was insane.
Yeah, it was almost like they took elements of movies that they liked, right? Where it's like, the first Jack almost felt like fucking Lord of the Rings or something. Like you're a Hobbit. And then the second one is like Blade Runner, like you said. And then the third one's like Mad Max. Yeah. It carried on from the storyline from 2, the Resistance. Yeah, I always thought that in the third one, that grasshopper vehicle was sick. Where it'd like charge up and then it was on a coil thing. Yeah, it was cool. A lot of different vehicles in number 3. Kind of goofy storyline, like really, your sidekick's awesome. The wisecracking fucking marmot. But I was surprised it was number 2. Yeah, I know. That was like a Cinderella story. It was like, came out of fucking nowhere. Yeah, I'm surprised you chose that. It's just how it ranked out. I mean,
I think the consistency of the humor and the storylines and gameplay and how it kept evolving.
So the trilogy, but Jack 2.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I had to
choose.
choose, but yeah, I just love them as a series.
Cool character design.
Yeah.
The physics are insane. Like the
It
way
was
your
awesome.
character moves is awesome. Like with the rolls and the jumps.
Yep.
Good pick. They're good games. We're in the honorable mentions.
Yeah.
I think that was actually a game that I had. Some of those Jack games. I would have chose 3 probably. What?
Sly Cooper.
Oh yeah.
Which I still want to play those and Ratchet and Clanks because I remember you guys playing those a lot. I think.
Animal Crossing.
I don't know if Animal Crossing on there, but it's another really good game. Similar to Harvest Moon, but for our generation.
Yeah, surprisingly addictive.
Yeah.
Like setting up your own house with the arcades and whatever else you could do. First honorable mention, Legacy of Kain series. It's possibly the most solid, like structurally sound storyline across like a bunch of games.
One of the
That
best
storyline.
character designs I've ever seen, the Raziel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's
Is that
basically
right?
just a bare bones skeleton that
Yeah. But just like what he's wearing and then his... Yeah,
was like in
the whole
acid
thing.
for centuries or something. The voice acting, especially with the first one, the original one for the PlayStation.
Yeah, Blood
is
Omen, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Feels like you're hearing a creepy, like, horror audiobook on tape or something, like gothic horror or something. Midnight, I walked to the store alone. You know, I can't think of it.
No, he did a great job.
I wanted Raising Canes, but they were closed. Another honorable mention, Xenogears for PS1. I think
also
it's...
Mitsuda, right?
Yeah, he did the... Yeah.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah. Yeah.
Clip it. It's probably the most ambitious storyline ever undertaken by a RPG creator. They were all kind of like spiritual successors, like, you know, Xenoblade, and there's a few other ones. Xenosaga. I think they're all like in the same universe. They wanted this thing to be like fucking eons long. I mean, it's crazy the scope of the storyline. There's actually like a Xenogears compendium, hundreds of pages long, about the lore and everything, about dealing with psychology, theology, like, you know, the creation of the universe, like, yeah, insane. But really cool battle system where it's like these different combos, because they really wanted it to be mirrored off of like martial arts.
I remember you having the game. I never played it, but...
I think I just got one more. We already talked about it a lot. God of War. I could even lump God of War 2 in there because I love him so much, but talked about it a lot. Battle system's awesome. Voice acting.
Unbelievable. Yeah, and he was one of those...
An epic soundtrack. When I was cranking it on the CD player I got.
I just liked how unapologetic they were about the character, where he was a fucking piece of shit asshole. And you didn't like him.
No, I did. But I know what you mean. He's not like likable.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
no, and he
just
did
like-
things that you're like, geez, man. Like he kicked that guy down the gullet of the Hydra.
Yeah.
Ripped off his key. It's like he could have easily just saved the guy.
Yeah.
Didn't give a shit.
Guitar Hero original.
Yeah, for you especially.
That's PS2.
That wouldn't be for me,
But I
of
think
course.
so.
Oh.
Guitar Hero 2 though. But
Yeah, so that's why I didn't have it on the list, because it eked out. My favorite was Guitar Hero 3.
Or 3.
But that was Xbox 360, which
Oh.
didn't fit into our criteria.
Okay.
the real one I thought it was Devil May Cry.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, those are great. Even 3, I would say, is probably pretty goddamn good. I was never any good at it. It was
Yeah,
fucking hard as shit.
I
but-
was dissuaded because of how difficult it was.
Yeah.
But I like the first and second. I think I like the first better than the second.
That's another game that's like really fraught with weird. How it's supposed to be, I think Grady told me, it's supposed to be Resident Evil 4.
Yep. The bosses were crazy, like the tarantula, like the magma tarantula thing.
Yeah.
You had like the huge, what is it, crow or whatever? What was it? It's not a crow.
I
It
know
was
there's some
kind of crazy ass bird.
but I can't remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Double speak.
It's like Grady's a DJ back there, a little dancing.
Oh yeah, he's feeling
Fucking
it.
techno Viking. Fucking looking ass.
One of the scariest looking guys I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. He's
Look
yeah.
at- wasn't he like doing the robot?
Yeah, no, he's just jacked.
Number
one in our top 20.
I can't wait. I can't even picture what the fuck this is. That's what's awesome.
Custer's Revenge.
Beat him and eat him. My top one, number one in my top 20. Number one.
Just keep delaying it.
Number. All right. It's Earthbound.
Oh shit! I should have thought of that.
In your list, where was it?
I think it was 7, which is surprising. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Well,
yeah, it's 7. I have it at number 7.
Well, so kind of how I judged the games were more like how profound or deep the experience was. So for Silent Hill 2, it was like very emotional and like Tao. Number Tao.
Toe.
My number 2, like like Silent Hill 2 is like fucking like deep and shit, like you know, and there's like trauma and like daddy shit, you know, like
Abstract daddy.
that's it's like abstract daddy, like shit's yeah, Maria's like hot, shit.
Just straight fire.
Well, no, I mean like the overall experience, everything about it is top tier. Like, you know, for Silent Hill 2. And, with Earthbound, I had the same kind of feel. It's like I went back to it. Like I said, like smelling the flowers, really enjoying all the dialogue. Again, it's just there's so much life that was put into this fucking game. When we were talking about the music, Kaiichi Suzuki, Hirokazu Tanaka, absolutely amazing music. Apparently, they wrote over 100 fucking songs.
Yeah,
and they didn't use, a lot.
Like even the creator that came up with the whole idea for Earthbound and Mother, almost like a David Bowie of Japan, like a really avant-garde, creative guy. And then, but he loved like Dragon Quest. Maybe that answers my own question why the battle system wasn't more ingenuitive, or he loved that style and just kind of ramped it up.
There's obviously like when you listen to the music, there's so many friggin' influences.
Almost to where you can't place it. It's its own thing almost, you know.
Yeah, which I like. It's very distinct, and but they are inspired by like Beach Boys and Plastic Ono Band, and apparently there was like some weird stuff that they had to figure out with like translation because there's so many weird phrases and things like that. So like for to transition from Japanese to American was weird. So I think there's probably phrases like specifically in Japanese that are just for them, and it's not really like an actual direct translation for American audiences.
Yeah, that must have been a weird game to localize.
They tried to get like rid of references to religion and alcohol. It used to be alcohol, and then they changed it to like coffee.
Like with the Mr. Saturn.
Right.
When you have like, it's almost like a drug, like acid trip. I just assumed it was like seemed like an acid reference or hallucinogenic reference, right? Which is cool. The banger song too.
But yeah, no, I guess to sum it up for me, it's like, I mean, the gameplay is great and all that, but it's really the dialogue, it's the humor, that's not taking itself seriously.
Yeah.
There's so much of life. Like once you become an adult, like it's a perfect game to play because it's everything I want now, in a game.
Despite me being like the end all be all, I love traditional turn-based RPGs when I was a teen, but all my favorites are like the avant-garde ones. Like it's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful, and I'm not saying that to be over. It's a beautiful game.
I just also like how absurd it is.
Part of the beauty for people who think this world's boring, whatever. On any given day, you could go out and it's just like Earthbound. It looks fucking normal and modernized, but any given day, someone could say some weird off-kilter shit to you and totally throw off your day. That's how Earthbound feels. It's just
No, that's why it works.
The bizarre within the normal.
Yeah. You'll never get another game like that.
No.
It's a one-of-one masterpiece. A surreal, absurd, funny masterpiece. What's your number one?
Number one. Donkey Kong Country. 1 through 3.
Oh my god.
All 3.
Just pick one, bro.
No.
Trilogy looking ass bitch.
Perfect 2D platforming.
Great difficulty. 2 is the hardest.
Nice. Yeah.
Or as a weapon.
To begin with.
To begin with. To highlight like the series that I feel like is a complete trilogy, like Jack and Dexter 1 through 3. It was hard for me to separate those. So it's more to highlight them and give them a shout out. If I really had to pick, I would pick 1. But
you really like 2.
It's just but I love it as a trilogy.
Well, in platformers, that's what we grew up with, right? And it's like the epitome of a side-scrolling platformer.
Mind-blowing how they were able to pull it off. And it was like, 15 Australians in a farm property, and they bought 1 or 2 expensive-ass, 3D rendering computers that they were able to do it with, and they had to put it out in the barn because it overheated so much, those PCs. And to render these images and frames, they had to leave them on for 13 hours and crazy shit. Unbelievable what they went through. And the David Wise is a fucking genius.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about him, funny enough.
Some of the best music I've ever heard.
No, it's
even just for a
unbelievable.
video game.
Yeah.
Aquatic ambience alone. I played it at my son's bris, and it was the most beautiful circumcision you've ever seen. The Moyle was completely calm.
The Moy. No, his soundtrack is amazing. What's great about it is you can't find it anywhere. Good job, Nintendo. No, there's a lot of care.
It's amazing.
You can tell when you hear the music. He's like, oh, it's a game about fucking monkeys jumping around and shit, on beavers and shit. Someone would have just wrote something that's not that fucking great, but
no, that's what I love about it.
He put the whole thing into it.
Some of the most gorgeous songs you've ever heard, and most ambient, smoke till you drop shit. Well,
that's why it's so good, right? It's because they're always taking risks throughout the whole trilogy.
Yeah, they did every time.
No, you can't go wrong with that choice. I mean, that's definitely defined our childhood for sure.
Yeah, just the amount of times playing it, and it was what our parents bought for us. The original Super Nintendo was the Donkey Kong Country pack-in, so we must have been playing it for, it's decades now, but it never gets old.
Every little area or level perfectly encapsulate the mood, right? You had the snowy levels.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Right, where it's he had the cold, kind of ominous feel,
And not only that, they had the graphics too, where it slowly got more
blizzard.
You get snow blind or whatever they call it, right?
Yeah.
That's
Coke. Snowblind.
It's funny. As I was saying that, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, you do Coke, you do rails, and then you play, then you get on the rails.
Holy
See that?
fuck.
See what I did there?
Right now.
Kong's the one exception.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could get it.
Who else?
All right, guys. Good video.
Fuck it. Maybe I am a furry. Now that you mention it.
It's a little fine shoddy, But
shoddy. Yeah.
Shoddy. Yeah, I like the idea of you talking about
fucking
candy
animals.
Kong. No. And then it just that's it. That's the end of the video. But yeah, top 20.
Top 20.
Slurp, slurp.
Love you guys.
Love you, babes.
Yeah.
All right, see you in another 3 years. I think Wario gets off to his farts. I think there's fart play. Yeah, I don't want to shit my
That
pants.
almost happened last time. We joked about that too. Because Fear Effect, they had them in the double Ds. It was
they were reaching around.
Lesbians. It was a survival horror, sci-fi. But in a lot of the Sony magazines we'd get, they had bikini issues and shit. And I remember Mom was always like, "Why are you letting him have this?" He's like, "It's okay. He's just a grown boy." Mom, if you take these away from me, I don't know what's going to happen to you.
You don't know what? You don't know my power. You don't know what I'm capable of. I remember always the God of War. That was all the sex mini game thing. I remember I always had to be really careful.
I
about
know
that.
I know. Yeah.
Because Mom would have fucking sensed that shit.
Oh, she would have
right
freaked
away.
out. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
God of War taught me how to fuck.
Thanks, Mom.